Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Awesome. Hello, friends. Once again, it is me. I am back. Back with another motherfucking live stream. That's right. How are we all? Sorry I am a little late. I've been asleep. Excuse me. I am sorry. And excuse me whilst I hydrate. What a strange old day I've had. What about you? How is everyone? Let's have a look and see who is here. Sab Replay, welcome. DL Quelia, how are you? Bill Bengtson, Rich, I've heard your hate for Grand Soir, but I'm trying it tonight and I'm digging the lavender with the amber vanilla. I'm surprised in a positive way. I just thought it was so boring. I just thought it was so plain and boring and average. But I'm glad you're loving it. If you love it, then you wear it and be happy. Welcome, Divine. Pulp Femo. Sorry. Triplin, is this really happening or is it another duck decoy? A duck de quoi? What is that? A possessed llama, says Pulp Femo. It is just a golden llama, but he looks surprised to see you. Looks like someone has a new plush toy, Pulpo. Ah, someone may have a plush llama, imagine. Imagine a plush llama. Don't think I've ever seen a plush llama. There's loads of toys and stuff lurking around at the minute. But, I don't know. Do you know how I'd feel if I saw a plush llama? I'd have to take it at a... Oh, you have a plush llama. Well, Pulp Femo, I'm jealous. A plush llama, eh? I wonder if zoologists would fancy doing llama. I don't know what that would smell like. Divine. Pat Lester, welcome. Certified chronometer, but still fashionably late, says Tripler. Musta Sabler is on its way to me, says Pulp Femo. Nice. Nick Walker says Iris Malakan. Lovely. Oof. Lovely for the first 10-15 minutes. Then after that, it's just a fucking dirty, great, whopping amber wood. Like, it's fucking so harsh. So harsh. You know? Excuse me. Jiro, welcome. Best lavender scent, says Nick Walker. How long have you got? Pop Thomas's scent of the day, L'air du Desert Marocain. My scent of the day is Vanille Havane by Les Indomadables, and it's pretty great. Warm, sweet, fruity, boozy, dry, chocolatey. All those different things in one fragrance. It's a lot of fragrance for the money. Very, pardon me, very rich, very thick. If you would like to tell me your sense of the day, I would be happy to hear them. Scent of the day is Lady Desert American, says Paul Femo. I have a plush llama. My sister gave it to me. I've got a plush seal. My friend gave it to me. Tripler says, I'll take a lush mama. Yes, Iris Malacan annoyed me. At first I liked it. I liked a biscuit mahajad too. And now I don't know how or why, says Paul Femo. Yo, Stephs. You're wearing Armani Eau pour homme. Love this stuff, says Stephs. Greetings, Fleet Street Barber. How are you? Is that a polo bottle I see back there? No. Maybe. No. No, it's not. I've had polo. I think the bottle you are talking about is this one. This is Giorgio Beverly Hills VIP Special Reserve. This is a big patchouli thing. VIP spray. Yeah, VIP Special Reserve. That's right. This is a big vintage patchouli thing. Oak moss patchouli beast. It's a big unit. It's absolutely brilliant, though. I love that shit. Our patchouli Indonesiano by Pharmacia SS Annunziata today. Straight up medicinal patch. That sounds interesting. Tripler is wearing Incense Extreme by Tower after the burn of wonderful ambergris fragrance. Eep 16M is my scent of the day from Is Uzak, says DJ. Welcome, DJ. Pat Lester is wearing Portrait of a Lady. I wanted a patchouli rose fragrance on this cold day. Fleet Street Barber, I'm going Black Orchid Parfum today. Black Orchid Parfum. Thick. Thick and rich. It's been that kind of day. It's been fucking freezing today. It's been fucking freezing this last week. Awful. Scent of the day is Old Spice EDT, says Lane. Nice. Nice. I'm starting to really hate anything sweet. Got thousands of sweet fragrances I front. I won't wear. What a waste, says Steph's. Well, it happens. I'm not. I've got a few sweet fragrances, but nothing so sweet that I can't wear. Probably the sweetest, most synthetic-y thing I've got is probably excuse me. Is it this? Le Mal Essence de Parfum? Possibly. There's a lot of sweet fragrances that are just too much, and they're very one-dimensional in their sweetness. It depends how the sweetness is done. Like, for some reason, I like this, and I think it's got the leather that just sort of just stops it from being a savage fucking beast. You know, horrible sweet violation. It's kind of like a fucking kind of too much, you know. Opium's a very sweet fragrance in its own way, in its resiny kind of narcotic kind of way, you know, with its heady florals and stuff. Rich resins, heady florals, little bit of like berry sweetness. Hey, gotta be in the right mood for opium, you know. Oh, Giorgio Beverly Hills, that's a great one. Scent of the day, Sauvage Elixir. Dodging tomatoes, says supply and demand. Put them in the stocks. Today I finally tried Ganymede, says Paul the Femo. I really liked the opening, but then it becomes a little boring. I thought that it was very different from what's everything else is being released today. I mean, loads of stuff's copying it now, but I didn't like the smell, but I liked the fact that it was trying to be and do its own thing, you know. I tried 2 Parfum de Marley yesterday, 2. Yeah, shitty, says Paul Famo. Yeah, they're a poor house. Fragrance Enthusiast says, do you own Chanel Platinum Egoist? Does it smell outdated or is it modern in 2023? I think it's not outdated for 2023 because there's that, like someone mentioned before, Ganymede, there's like a metallic sort of thing going on at the minute. And I used to have Platinum Egoist, but I ended up selling it. I've never liked Platinum Egoist because of that metallic note, but I don't think it smells outdated for today. Germs, welcome. Germs is wearing Gallop. I'm intrigued by a bottle of Gallop, I must admit. Descend into the absurd. Welcome. Hey up. Hey up. I don't know why, but for some reason I love wearing sweet heavy stuff in spring. And now I only wear dry, non-sweet woody frags. Says Spaced Out. Interesting. I like a nice medicinal patch. I really like the Immortelle in the opening of Ganymede Extract, but I think the same as you about the dry down pulp of Femme, says Xuro. Essence de Parfum is fire, though there are exceptions. Yeah. Mon numero 10 has some sweetness. Worn yesterday, keep appreciating it more. The spices, the cardamom and cinnamon in that is absolutely glorious. Omar says, hello Rich and everybody, scent of the day is Creed Viking. Creed Viking? I think Creed Viking got a bad rap. I think Creed Viking's alright. It's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. And again, that's got like a slightly metallic kind of thing going on that I don't like, you know. Panda, Jubilation 40 you are wearing. Sprayed at the mall, camphor and medicinal with the original underneath. Wasn't blown away. I would agree. Chili Indonesiana. Let me look that up. Me patchouli. And Patchouli Indonesiana. Apparently I have got it here as saying that I want a bottle, so I've obviously heard of it before. Where do I find you? Pharmacy SS Annunziata. It's a hell of a name, that. I've been trying to remember that when you've had a drink. Bloody hell. Ooh. Well, you can pay £140 for it on Parfum Dreams. Parfum Dreams. With 180-day money back guarantee. Parfum Dreams. Medicinal patch, you say? There's only a fucking... I'm interested in you. I love a good patchouli fragrance, I must admit. Sorry, chat, I'll come back to you in a second. I'm just browsing the interweb. Because I can't do 2 things at once, God forbid. I must say, I expected worse from Parfum de Marley. I think Zerjoff is shitter. Herba Pura is the worst perfume I ever smelled. Yes, it's fucking rubbish. Lane, welcome. I don't like the metallic notes. No, I don't like metallic notes either. Hi, Rich, do you like Body Chorus? I do like Body Chorus. I've got a bottle of it, but I've got a vintage bottle of it, but I would let it go. It never gets anywhere. Maybe I should try it again. It's lovely benzoine eucalyptus creamy thing. It's really nice. I just don't wear it, to be honest. Evening all, wearing Chanel Boy and just watched the official Chanel in Manchester video featuring music by New Order and The Fall. What's this about Chanel in Manchester? What is this? Manchester's not too far away from me. I know you're in Manchester-ish, Tim. Sorry if I've doxed you there. I mean, Manchester's a big place filled with, like, you know, a lot of people. It's like the third city in the UK, so. Sorry, friends, I keep yawning. I did just wake up like 2 minutes before the stream was due to start. Fuck. Bilbo, how are you? How's a Bilbo? Kitchy K, welcome. Beware the current version is watered down. Skip the grey bottle, says Giro. Of what? Of what? Of what? What are we talking about here, Giro? Hi, welcome, Kitchy K. Hi, Lily. So is the new Chanel exclusive Comet an official reporting, or is it rumours? Well, I'm treating it as rumours until somebody actually cites a bottle of it. You know what I mean? Until we actually see or smell a bottle, ladies and gentlemen, then we shall not be asked. We shall not be asked. Oh. Good job they built a roof, yeah. Which fashion house was it that had the runway and it was like mud and there was shit everywhere? Ah, Paul. Thank you. Paul, you are a legend. Paul has just donated via coffee. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Kay and Lily are here. Hello. I still have Ganymede on my wrist. It's nice, but I'd buy something else. It's massive, isn't it? Like metallic notes in H24 and odor protection, says Paul the Femmer. Body chorus is so calming to me. You know, I'm sitting here listening to you. I do think I will have to give it another chance. It's in my drawer to sell, and I don't know that I should. Oh, in fact, no, I'm not. I'm not going to sell it. I've decided. I've got the vintage. By God, this spring I will try and give it a good fucking hiding. Welcome, Bilbo. Sartorial incoming. Ah, nice. I bought a fragrance today. That will be an unboxing. That will be an unboxing. Those who know and do not say. But I did buy a fragrance today. I got a fucking, what I would like to think is a bargain. Whether it is or not, another fucking matter, but there we are. Chanel asked Manchester residents to turn off their lights and stay indoors to not interrupt the fashion show. What a bunch of arseholes. That is a fucking pretty... Well, I mean, that's Chanel, isn't it? H24 EDT was just a little too harsh and too loud for my liking. Yeah, I didn't like it. It was a metallic green affair, and I wasn't a fan. It smelled a little bit like a robot in the field, you know? Like a robot coming in after a hard day working the field. Are you a fan of Joram 2020? No. Very much opposed to it. Could have released that fragrance, no problem, and just called it something completely different, but they, for some reason, attached it to the Dior Homme line, and it just No. At the mall right now, no interest in smelling anything, everything shite, says Steph's. Kind of how I feel. Have we seen the new Guerlain? The new Guerlain L'Art à la Matière line. Not line, fragrance. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, what the fuck? Have I ever sneezed on stream before? I don't know. Possibly. You'd be surprised if I hadn't. Excuse me. Oh dear. Sorry, you're not keeping us up. Can't wait to do my order in 2 weeks. DJ is counting down the seconds at this point. Oh, in Pantuli Indonesiano. I would like to smell that, but I can't get a sample. I'm still waiting on these. I bought a Celine sample set, right? Because we're going to redo the Celine sample in series. All right. And they're just fucking. They were meant to be here before Thursday, and now they're fucking. Well, I say now. I mean, they're like, what? A day late? 2 days late? Shock horror, you know? Fantastic terroir, says Pradeep. James, 400 notes, is laughing. Rich, have you heard anything about the supposed Tom Ford Oud Wood parfum? Just that it is real and it is coming to a nose near you. Apparently, it is a thing. So is Vanilla Sex. Vanilla Sex is a real perfume as well. And I was like, don't know how I feel about that. Hello, Margie Noir. How are you? Fragrance enthusiast? No, I'm not a fan of Joram 2020. It's Nautica Voyage he's unboxing, everyone. It's not quite. Although it's I would love to know what you pay for Nautica Voyage at retail. Because everyone knows you get it at discounters for like fucking 20 quid, 15 quid, you know? But I wonder what Nautica Voyage retails for. Hey Marge, good to see that. That's in charge. What is Newcastle wearing? What is Newcastle wearing? What is Newcastle wearing? I often find myself asking that question. Do you mean perfume-wise? Because clothes-wise, everyone's wearing a hat and an umbrella, amongst other garments, I must admit. But, you know, as far as perfume's concerned, fucking everyone's wearing basically what they're being fucking sold. You know what I mean? Amber Woods. I walked into a shop, a very small shop, tiny little boutique place. I fucking I nearly blew his back out through the windows. Like, I was like, whoa! Some guy. It was like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and he'd obviously just doused himself before he'd left the house. Fucker stank, and it was all amber wood. I felt like it got into the fucking, like, the gaps between my teeth. I was like gnawing on it, you know what I mean? I was like, It's gristly, you know, dusty, dry. Do you know Amberwood's got that dusty, dry sort of thing, like powdered darkness. Ow, that was my teeth, by the way. Friends, I must share something very fucking cool with you. I am in hospitality, and today is Tom Waite's birthday, and I get to host him. Good grief. I'm a massive fan, and giddy as a schoolgirl. Oh, congratulations. Make sure you tell him how much you love him. As long as he's cool, he'll enjoy that. Selena's still dog shit, says DJ. Yes, I'm not exactly scratching at the door for the fucking Celine things to come. I need to do the other Neela Vermeer. I don't know whether I'll wait or whether I'll do that tomorrow. I was meant to do it today, but I ended up getting distracted and I had a massive sandwich and it beached us. Like, this sandwich was huge. It was huge to the point that I'm probably not going to eat anything for me fucking evening meal. So sick of lot of la matière. Give me jetty again, says Herb. Yeah, they're not ideal, are they? It's a neroli. Neroli something is what it was. It's a neroli fragrance. Powdered darkness sounds good. Let's try that again. Powdered dark wood. Imagine like an ebony wood, powdered dark, and then with like a propellant in it. I'd love a big sandwich, says Herb. Yeah, sandwiches are great, aren't they? I basically eat a sandwich every day. You know, it's my midday meal. Flashbacks to when Duck hurled on stream. Good God. It's going on my tombstone, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? Born 1985, died whenever. Hurled on stream 2023. Shit. Oh dear. 100ml of Santal 33 is €285 in Europe. Costco has that shit on sale for $80 off for $150. Good old US markups in Europe and EU markups in the US, says Divine. We're all getting fucked. Germs, that was unforgettable. We all felt so bad. It was bad. It wasn't great, I've got to say. I felt better. I felt great afterwards, though, I must admit. Marjorie, there were some powerful noises. Room for a little one. Welcome, Stuart Mabe. How are you? I'm going to text our friend today, Stuart Mabe, and ask him when he's coming over. I'm a little bit worried that if he comes over for Christmas and posts it at Christmas, it's going to get lost in the miasma. But don't worry, whatever happens, you won't lose out. I was just thinking about that the other day, actually. I was thinking, oh God, the Christmas post's going to be foul. I'd love a big song. I'm looking forward to get beached. We should have a best of Rich Mitch moments of 2023. Unfortunately, Rich cannot edit to save his life. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome, Antonio Hobson. Pat says, surprised Celine came out with a sample set. Now would be nice for Chanel to release one. Well, I mean, Chanel have those little coffres, don't they, where they do like little minis of all the Les exclusives, but they're like fucking hundreds of dollars. And you don't get hundreds of dollars worth of perfume because you're buying it as it's less than the sum of its parts somehow, which is pretty rough. I was gonna stream last night, but Newcastle were on the TV, and we got fucking thumped. I mean, we didn't play that badly, but it was just, hey, fuck me, man. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know why I've said that. It was bloody upsetting, though. Paloma Picasso Parfum is pure garbage. Nothing left to it, says Empty Sense. Rather just bought a lemon and squeezed it on myself. Returned. Oof. It's horrible when that happens, isn't it? The Reuben may be the Jewish culture's greatest gift to humanity. I'm not sure what that is. What is the Reuben? Evening peeps. Scent of the day is Je vois l'étogie de Ur. Je vois have got some great fragrances. No, they haven't got great fragrances. They've got some popular fragrances. Incident Diplomatique is a popular fragrance. Psychedelic is a popular fragrance. There was a couple of them I smelled and I thought they were grinding poverty. I thought they were quite bad. There are some people who absolutely swear by them. Which is the patchouli one? That's psychedelic, isn't it? I wasn't a fan. My centre of the day was Penhaligon's Tragedy of Lord George. You can't tell me Penhaligon's isn't another niche house doing designer scents. This brand fucking sucks. Ah, yeah, do you know what it is? I tend to agree. Most Penhaligons is pretty average, and the prices aren't pretty average. The prices are up there. Niche pricing at designer quality. Sartorial's a fabulous fragrance though. Sartorial's fucking lovely. I really enjoy it. Like, really, really nice. But the rest of them, Endymion Parfum was shit. I had a bottle of it and ended up selling it. I thought it was really nice when I first smelled it. Fell into that old chestnut. Really nice when I first smelled it. Bought a bottle at discounters. Ended up selling it for more than I bought it for. Have some tomato, beef, and coffee. Everything will be fine. Oh, none of those three things. And I mean, that tomato beef that I went to see Dave Gorman with Richie G, which was brilliant, by the way. But the food, Richie G had chicken feet. I couldn't eat the tomato beef. It was fucking crap. Justin, welcome to you. How are you? Herb, it's quite coniferous incense, says Herb. Thanks, Rich. It turns up. When it turns up, it'll be alright, mate. Don't worry, just whatever happens. He's in Japan at the minute, so I reckon the time's probably about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll send him a text. I'll just be like, hello, I hope you're well. Could you tell me when you're coming over this year? But you are right, it will come when it comes. Hello. I haven't spoken to him for a week. Hope you're well. Do you know when you're heading over to Europe? Okay. Thanks. I don't think I owe him any money. Hope I don't. Chanel aren't happy if they're not putting you in the poorhouse. Yes. Bit mouldy too in the opening, not sure about it yet. I'm currently also waiting for Lorenzo Villaresi Spezzi. I've got a few Lorenzo Villaresis. I'm a fan. I wore musk on my arm the other day. When I get those perfumes for you, reminders, and I'll put a sample of musk in for you from Lorenzo Villaresi. A musky, rosy fragrance. Bloody Evil takes ages, takes 3 days over its due date. Every's shocking. They should just fold. Whoever's running that place needs shot with shit. Rich, were you ever on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, I wasn't, unfortunately. The Reuben is the greatest of sandwiches, Duck. You must indulge sometime. Let me check that out. It's a high bar. Penhaligons are much too British for me. This coming from a British guy, says Herbs. Funny story, 2 of my Black Friday fragrances still haven't arrived. Yikes. There's a double sample set finally coming from Saint Celier. Nice. I'm sure you will be delighted. The Reuben sandwich. Reuben sandwich. The Reuben sandwich is a North American grilled cheese sandwich composed of corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Russian dressing, or Thousand Island dressing. Grilled between slices of rye bread, it is associated with kosher-style delicacy. Good grief. Corned beef. Gotta be funny with corned beef. I like corned beef in a pasty. You know, a pastry around it. Let me see. I will introduce to you people the corned beef pasty one day. One of a local delicacy. Hello, Stephen Tampman. Dior on Spokum. Yes. And you know, I've just seen you there. And what was I supposed to send you? A Dior Homme. Right. I need to get a decent sized sample because that sample you sent me was massive. Where the fuck have I put? There they are. Right. So I've got a decent sized sample thing here. Someone sent us. It's a sample there. It's empty, don't worry. And I will make up your sample now. Was there anything else you were wanting, mate? Where the fuck's the opening for this? It's there, isn't it? Get this. Even broken up with my shit, just waiting alone. There we go. Got one out. Okay, let us pray, my friends. Let us pray. Cooking stream, let's go. Cooking stream. I'm in there eating the prawns in a sandwich. Must squeeze sauerkraut dry, though. Yes, Diorham Sport has come. Now I have Metallica and Diorham Sport, thank you. Maybe I will try it live on stream. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to have to go make me a sandwich, says Lane. Now I'm waiting on my sample set of Naomi Goodsit. That is the tragedy of a fragrance enthusiast waiting in complete purgatory for a fragrance to arrive. It is a funny old sensation, that, because I both love it and hate it. You know, I'm impatient for it, but when I'm not waiting for something in the post, I feel a bit hollow, like, you know? Oh, my fucking Dior is right at the back. It's right at the back. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, hold on. And it's right on Crane Noir as well. The big dark beast. The Dark Destroyer. How am I going to do this? Out you come. Alright. Oh, Stephen Watt. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so here we go. Can everybody hear how that's getting higher and higher pitch? Sounds like we're in danger, doesn't it? There we go. That's a nice size sample for Stephen. Is that you taking your blood pressure? I'll tell you what. Is that my blood pressure just getting higher? It pops on and then it screws on as well, Stephen. I will be, now that that is done, I feel a lot better. And I will be sending you that sample out either tomorrow or on Monday. I'm sure I have to do something on Monday. What does the calendar say? Ooh. Oh, shit. That was nearly the fragalanche of all fragalanches there. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, sugar and spice. That was just a bottle coming away, that wasn't a fragalanche. Okay, so what was I doing? I want you in there, and then I want you in there. I want you on top of there. Or do I? Ooh. Something is not going back as it was. Oh no. Okay. Alright. There we are. Fixed it. Sorted. Yeah, Dior silver stamp. Sample will do, you know, but you don't have to match it. No, it's cool. I'm going to have to make me a sandwich. You should try it on live stream. Yeah, I will try it on live stream. Give us a couple of minutes. I received Versace for Man this week. Really enjoy it. It's like a primitive old DNA of what would evolve into Prada Ramba. I was checking out the stories and resumes of I was checking out the stories and resumes of Mathilde Laurent and Daniela Andrier. They've made some great. Mathilde Laurent did Herba Fresca and Pampleloon for Girl On. She didn't waste any fucking time there at all. She's released some absolutely outrageous fragrances as Mathilde Laurent. And Cartier did this thing, right? Where they did like an installation somewhere and they put L'Envol into as part of like the whole installation, which I think is quite interesting, quite cool. You know? I smelt the new formulation of Dior Fahrenheit, freaking weird little smoke and campfire gasoline note. Not as I remember. I thought about wearing vintage Fahrenheit today. I nearly did, but I went with something a bit sweeter and warmer. I've definitely gone down the sweet ambery route this year. Absolutely. I need to start whipping out the leathers, the resinous stuff, not the resinous stuff, the leathers, the weirder stuff, you know. The blend 30s, the kerosenes, the amens. Haven't worn amen very much this year. I smell the new formulation of Dior Fahrenheit. No, what's that sound? Tickling, squeezing, squirting. It's kind of weird. I can hear it filling up. If you ever need more blood pressure, I can spritz some Zerjoff on you. Yes, that would do it. Hello, Carl. How are you? What were the special samples Eugene sent you? That is private and confidential information. I cannot say, or I would say. Don't mean to complain on Duck's stream. Can't think of anything over 300. That's fairly decent. No, complain away. If you have something to complain about, sir, complain away. Or madam, I beg your pardon. Don't mean to complain on Duck's stream. Can't think of anything over $300 that is fairly decent nowadays. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy. We're being fucking priced out of our own fucking hobby. We're being squeezed from all sides. This is why clones have like taken off in a big way. Also the marketing from influencers, that's had a massive effect as well. But we're being squeezed. We're being squeezed and squeezed hard. Welcome, Ramsey. It was just about the same me and Ramsey used to say about how lucky we were to get in and out of the vintage game at the point we did, because the prices on vintage perfumes now are prohibitive. They are priced at a point at which is like, if that was now, we just couldn't do it. Or we'd have a lot smaller collections and not as good collections, you know. And it's not fair. Margie Noir is different. She owns Antaeus and Bellamy. I've got Antaeus and Bellamy as well. There they are. I was thinking about giving my modern bottle away to Richie G, because I have the vintage. I have many vintages, but it's still a fantastic. Oh, and the modern one. Mine's from 2017, I want to say, which I consider modern. But there's my Antaeus and Chanel. And the vintage Antaeus is just fucking whoa. It's awesome. Welcome, Boz. Some Roger is worth 300 in my own opinion. Some Clive Christian, some Royal Crown, couple of Amouages. Still got to watch your tooth. I paid £250 for a perfume today. You will be surprised to find which one it was. Carl says Roberto Gregory was a great recent discovery. Thanks again to DJ for helping me sample them. Willarez is probably the one that I would buy. turns into horse deep, far in the dry down. It's outrageous. Still got to watch your 2004 this year video, Perfumery, released yesterday. Around those videos are always bangers. His Steph's. Darren Allen's making some fantastic stuff. Dorian, After Rain, and Hecate are winners. I have actually got, thanks to the miracle of Michael Harness, I have actually got the Darren Allen sample set, and I really want to crack into that. I might do that after the Neil of Amirs. I've got so many sample sets to get through. It's fucking scandalous. Watch Sebastian on Jubilation 40 earlier, says Tim. Does he get them all free, or is he just loaded? I think he does something in photography, nice or whatever he does. I think everybody got the Jubilation. I put a community post up the other day saying beware of influencers bearing gifts. It's everybody was sent their Jubilation 40 press pack, and they were all told on a particular day last week to release their videos. So you can expect to see fucking a lot of that shit taking place. Just sample first. Don't go out there and smell that, and don't go out there and buy that shit blind, for God's sake. Make sure you sample it more than once as well. Saw Vintage Derby up for sale for £1,200. Fucking piss take. I paid 8 for 200 mil, and it was in peak condition. It's probably in better condition than, in fact, certainly in better condition. I don't know what I'm saying probably for. Certainly in fucking better condition than me. I can tell you. Empty Sense. Roberto Greco was a recent discovery. I got Neffs. 50 mil, 30% off was €370. Oh my God, that's so painful. The event says, Tim, a bit of both. Sebastian got his free, but he'd already smelled it in Oman a month before it came out. He was first to talk about it. He gets around. I don't know what his job is. I know he does stuff to do with fragrances, though. You know, like he definitely has like a line on fragrances. I don't know if he had a big decanting business, didn't he, for a while? But I'm not sure what he does now. He lives in fucking San Francisco. Not a cheap place to live. Hey, fragrance consultant thing. Enjoy your weekend, all. Cheers, Empty Sense. Happy Friday and that. Yep, Fragmental had it. Dutch Curly had it on Instagram. Seen a couple others get it, like Brian too. They'll have all had a bottle. They'll have all had a bottle. You know? The problem is that if they're giving out bottles for free, why don't you and me get one? And if you give a free bottle to one person, why aren't you giving free bottles to everybody? There he gets about. Sebastian review. Fantastic job. Things like that. Touches delicious. Comment below so I can find out. Done, says Pradeep. He's made a lot of videos, to be fair to Sebastian. The thing is that I don't doubt like his sincerity. Like I think he's genuinely into fragrances. The funniest thing I saw was Paris reposting the Dutch Curly story and basically asking, what the fuck is this? Who's Paris? Welcome, Kazim. How are you? Paris is scented enigma on Instagram. I fucking died laughing when I saw that story. Why can anyone live cheaply these days? Sihanoukville? I don't know where that is. Thailand, says DJ. Remote working in a Western country. Even Thailand isn't cheap anymore, says Triple. Everybody wants a piece of your money. Oh dear. Yeah, everything's expensive. Everywhere's expensive. Everyone's expensive. Everything is expensive. Fucking nightmare, friends. Friends, it's that time in the stream again where I say if you would like to like the stream, please do. Please do not let me stop you from liking the stream. I would be appreciative, happy, all of that good stuff. Oh. Good evening, Adam D. 9 Churches says, I would indeed like the stream, and I did. Thanks for not starting me. You are quite welcome. Adam D. Biggest regret you have during your time perfume collecting? Christ. Yikes. Cooper Square was a big fucking regret. I mean, I've got most of the stuff that I want. You must be losing cuddles as a best friend, says Drepler. Meeting that fucker. Actually just encountering him, becoming aware of his fucking existence. Apparently he's trying to grow his channel by doing shorts. Fuck that. And the problem he's got is if his channel gets any bigger and he'll get outed again. You know what I mean? He doesn't want that. He doesn't want his channel to grow. He'd be in serious trouble. So that just means more people will find out that he's a fucking sex case. My personal biggest regret is not getting into Instagram content quicker, since eventually that is a cash generating opportunity. Any dollar makes it feel like it's more worthwhile hobby to have. No, I'm pretty glad I'm not on Instagram. Exceptionally glad I'm not on Facebook. Any of them, you know. Like, it's just not. I don't think the payoff's worth it. You know. I know Brian. We've discussed Brian getting fucking what we worked out at like fucking 20 grand's worth of free perfume and stuff like that, but that's not enough. I just don't think, and I'm not big on the written word. I'm not big on the written word. I'm much more into the spoken word. You know, feels too much like work, the written word. Whereas just speaking is just easier. It's less contrived. It's less edited. It's less effort. It's less. It just feels more raw, more natural. It's just this is my element, you know. Really, if I was being honest, I would probably do more. Podcast than anything. You know, I'd probably be more into podcasting than anything, but then I couldn't do. I mean, can you do live stream podcasts? I doubt it. I would miss the live streams too much. I fucking love my community. You know, don't even consider it a fragrance community. There are some people out there who I have talked to and met and that sort of thing who I love, but there are there's parts of the community that are so far removed from anything I'm even that I want to be interested in. You know, like all the big influencers and like it's nothing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd end up saying something incredibly inappropriate at something like Scent Explore. And I don't mean like the type of thing that would get us cancelled. I mean, I would get cancelled by them, but it just wouldn't fit in their world. I'm not that. I'm not polished. I'm not willing to fucking say things that I don't think are true, which I do think those people do. A lot of them. I couldn't push clones. I couldn't. I'm just not. I'm in my own little thing. It's kind of like one of the things I respect about Ashton. For all the stuff that Ashton doesn't talk about, what I think that he loves, he's got his own community, and it's not interlinked with. It's not interlinked in all of the communities. Like he's in a community of one, if that makes sense. He's got his own place. You know. Yeah, I think I will do an Instagram account with pictures and review. I want free Roger as well, says Omar. Richard, not missing out on Instagram, says Adam. I don't feel like I am. Do you know what it is? At no point do I ever think to myself, I really wish I had an Instagram. Like, I don't lie with, like, I'm not saying this for effect. Like, I really don't think to myself, I'm missing out on the Instagram community. Loads of people I love are on Instagram, you know what I mean? Like Galen and fucking Thomas and Eugene, Fliss, Houdini. Like loads of you are on Instagram. It's not something I'm ever gonna do because I just don't enjoy it. I just don't like the idea of it. I don't like social media, so the idea of Instagram. I'm not very good at photography. I'm not very good at cinematography, as you can tell. Hello. Oh, that looked like I'm fucking flexing my watch. I'm not. I'm just saying hello. That's like everything I do is one take. You know what I mean? Like it's not for me. You probably won't get free Roger, but if you bootleg hard enough, you could get Fragrance Du Bois. I wouldn't get free Roger. He must have heard some of the shit I've said about him by now. But you can write random shit in the name of review like parfumo.com peeps. I don't even write on. I don't even. I don't even fucking write on Fragrantica or Parfumo. Most of the stuff these influencers get given for free is crap anyway. It's not worth having. Would you like to do a podcast similar to something like Les Odorants? You ask fucking Galen. You ask fucking Galen. I was pushing and bitching to do a fucking perfume podcast years before them. Years before them. Theirs is great, to be fair. I really like the Les Odorants podcast. I listen to it every time it comes out. Hold on. So yes, I would like to do one. The fragrance community wants a blood contract. Rich says Part Lester. Yes, they do. From my experience, Instagram is driven by constant uploads to communication with audience, brands, other influencers, says Divine. So you need to be creating the same type of bullshit fluff like most are creating here on YouTube. Yeah, I can't do it. Shaboof was all time. Yeah, Shaboof was quite funny. Instagram is good for commerce, that's about it. One day Rich is going to wave his hand on stream and that shit can have a new rollie on the wrist. Divine, are you taunting me? Last Sunday I got the call. Well, last Friday I got the call. And on Sunday I picked it up. It's an Explorer 1. So, yes, last Sunday, that is exactly what Divine is predicting. Has gazed into the future. Supply and Demand says, for a second I thought this was transformed into the watch community. Could do. I'm not arsed with the watch community. I've tried to watch some watch videos before for educational purposes, just to try and find shit out. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. There are hardly any educational there are hardly any educational fucking like things on watches on the internet, on not on the internet, on YouTube. It's all just fucking, it's all fart and no shit. That's what the watch community is. It's worse than the perfume community. It's all about flexing. It's all about fucking bling and fucking all of that shit. It's bollocks. It's there's nothing to learn there. You're just the best broadcaster I have ever heard, says Lane. Thank you, Lane. For Shaboof. Yes, Shaboof was very funny. We enjoyed Shaboof. Those other ones are great. My favourite is Fliss, says Stuart. Yes, tell us who your favourite Les Odorant is, people. Evening, Andrej. You've got the fever, duck, tread carefully. Yeah, no, you're right. Definitely tread carefully. Oh, I'm getting messages now. So is that the real list, Mr. Rich? I went to a Rolex in New York City and the guy basically didn't even say hello to me. No interest at all, even talk from... No interest at all of even talk from the seller. I just wanted to buy something. I had a really good experience, and I waited 6 weeks. I waited 6 weeks on the list. And the guy made one of the finest cups of tea I have ever had. I was asked for feedback in the last couple of days. I was sent an email saying, would you provide feedback? I still need to email Dev back, to be fair. I just remembered that. Anyway, I was asked for feedback, and they were like, what would you say one of the finest fucking, what was like part of, like, what was your favourite part? And I was like, telling them the service and all of that, and then I was like, fucking, and then I was like, the guy made one of the best cups of tea I've ever had, and then they were like, looking back on your fucking experience today, what would you say was your favourite part of the experience? And I was like, I cannot stress to you how good this fucking cup of tea was. And I'm telling you, friends, it was a fucking sensitive. The only problem I had was that the cup was too small. I wanted more. I'm good with my Gucci watch. I think Gucci watches look nice. I like the green, red and yellow thing they've got going on. I think it's a really nice colour scheme, actually. I think it's a really nice colour scheme. I wouldn't mind joining the chicken community. I love it, says Supply and Demand. That's a strange one. It's not the chicken strangler community. I understand the value, but some watches that are cheap to blah, blah, blah. I understand the value, but some watches that are cheap to moderate to widely expensive don't have much change to them to justify the huge price. Correct. I think there's a lot of fucking bonkers shit that goes on. The Explorer is amazing, by the way. If I would love the Explorer 2 white dial, says one more. The only thing I would complain about it is that you can't get them in a blue fucking dial. I wanted a blue dial. The next and hopefully final watch I acquire will be the next and hopefully final watch that I will acquire will have a fucking blue dial, I can tell you. Because I've been bitching about getting a blue dial watch for about 10 years. And I ain't got one, friends. I ain't got one. But the Explorer is nice. I like it. I like its simplicity. It doesn't have a date on it, which means it doesn't have that fucking stupid Cyclops on it. Shite. Rich Mitch and Joy, top 10 watches for leather fragrances collab video, says Carl. The drone community is incredibly encouraging and helpful. It's nice to witness. That's nice. Ben is probably the best odorant for voting Oud Infinite a masterpiece, says Kenny Go. Welcome, Kenny Go. Sounds better than the watch community anyway, says Boss. I wouldn't mind joining the chicken community. Chicken and duck community. What, tea with cream? No, there was no cream, but it was a lovely fucking cup of tea. I cannot tell you how great this fucking cup of tea was. It was fucking perfect. I'd expect a good cup of tea spending $6 on a watch. Yes. I just wish that there was a good community to learn about personal finance and how to make money and income, says Lane. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a community for that as well, yeah. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I have a vintage-ish Seiko Alpinist. Love it, but Seiko prices have gone stupid, says Stuart Mabe. And the thing with Seikos is that you can pay fucking 100 quid or you can pay 10 grand. Depending on which one. Like I would like a Grand Seiko, white birch. I think the white birches are lovely. Or a silver birch. The snowflakes are nice. IWC not a Portugueser. Portofino. Portofino with a blue dial, but they did a 150-year anniversary one with the silver hands, which is the one that I would want. Not the one with the gold hands. Scent of the day is Acro Smoke from a sample, says Andrej. How do you find it, Andre? I love it. Original Alpinist. I collected watches for 20 years. Many, if not most, of the people I met were total wankers, says Triplet. Yep. Yeah, most of the people in that community, it's got this aspect to it. It's got this undercurrent to it of people just being absolute fucking bastards. You know, trying to stunt and flex on each other like you fucking wouldn't believe, and that's not what I would be in it for. You know, I'll show you this watch that I've got a few Well, it'll be a few months ago now. And it is this. This is a vintage Universal Genève pole router. And it was not cheap, but I love this. It's not very, I mean, it's tiny. Compared to like the fucking Rolexes of today, which are like fucking monsters. Alright. And they are monsters compared to like fucking like vintage watches. Even me Santos. I love me Santos. Me Santos Ducati is fucking brilliant. Like, could have just stopped at the Santos, to be fair. Could have just stopped at the Santos. And just worn that forever. But when I put my name down for Rolex, they told me I was expecting 2 years. I was expecting at least 2 years to be sat waiting for this watch. Excellent choice. That was designed by Gerald Genta. Yes, it is. I paid a lot of money for that, actually. Probably more than what it's worth. Because it's got the strap and it's in really good condition. It comes with a 2-year warranty, which for a watch made in 1960 is absolutely fucking mental. Patek Philippe watches are super nice. They're all right. I'm not massively taken. I wouldn't mind a Reverso by Jaeger-LeCoultre, and I wouldn't mind a fucking one of the Polaris as well. That's gonna be like a. I wouldn't mind a Polaris on a steel strap. I'm pretty curious about some Acro. Didn't try them yet. You can get the sample sets. It's a really good sample set. Did you know that Dan Spitz of Anthrax became a watchmaker in Switzerland? Lead guitarist, tiny guy. Excellent choice, Duck. That was designed by Gerald Genta, who did the Royal Oak. Yes, it was. It was his first masterpiece. Oh, Lord. Just found out about the upcoming Tom Ford. Says DMS. Oh, Vanilla Sex. And there's an Oud Wood. Oud Wood Parfum is coming as well, apparently. Hello, Fragrance Journey. How are you? I hope you are. What? My Patu just fell over by itself. All by itself. Don't wanna be. What's this fucking bit of tape? That's weird. Calvin, I shall have to give you an outing, you spicy little bastard, you. I don't like Patu being stood there. It feels like it's going to go over at any point. It's not as far forward as it was. That. There, that's better. Mikey Cole, welcome. Yeah, Rich finally got hands on a made in Spain version of Prada Amber. You were right. I didn't know what I was missing. The newer version is terrible. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? Are we trying to fill the void in our lives with fragrances and watches? Absolutely we are. Your Patu wants to have vanilla sex. My Patu is not having vanilla sex. It is not having any kind of sex. Take it easy, Duck. You're getting watch hooked. Yes. You're not wrong. Let's sing a duet. No. Tremendous. Welcome, A. How are you? Andrej says, I'm not keen on smoke. Bit too much of that birch tar thing going on. I struggle with some of these smoke fragrances like this and Naomi Goodser. My favourites are Bake, Dark and Ink. Ink's really nice. I think Ink's a little bit smoky. At the current Tom Ford prices, I'd say it's a thorough freaking rather than vanilla sex. Yeah, you're getting absolutely screwed, aren't you? Love Bellarm, bro. Ah, it arrived. Are you happy about it? I'm glad. If you trade vintage watches and cars, they count as wasting assets, so there's no capital gains tax, says Tim. Yes. Always been a bit of a fan of Al Langenshire. Would need to sell the kid to afford one of those bad boys, though. Yeah, they're silly prices, aren't they? Good evening, Dushan. Don't know much about watches. I like the G-Shocks, though. Look nice. Scent of the day's Egoist. Nice. I realised the other day I haven't actually got any Egoist out in the rotation at the minute. I have Cologne Concentrate, but I don't have. I do not have the original. I've got a vintage original, and I need to sort it out. Favorite board game at Christmas? Took probably just Monopoly. Scent of the day, Olfactive Studio Vanilla Shot, says Dushan. Tim Wilcox, Pateks are a good investments if you get the right one. They go up in value or at least maintain their value. Rolexes are the same. Now, this won't lose any money. It'll not gain any money, but it won't lose any. You know? So, it's kind of what I'm trying to do, to be honest. Not fucking shit the bed. How is this top got all the shit on it, man? What the fuck? It's just got loads of little fucking marks on it. What the fuck's going on? Get off my t-shirt. Alright. Having a Mexican Coke with real sugar cane. Ramsey's going to be high. Ramsey going to be having a Colombian Coke with real Coke in it. You know what I mean? Modern Patek is so boring, the equivalent of what's happening to Dior. You want to see cutting edge? Look at FP Jaune and De Bethune. I wouldn't mind a Breguet 20. Like they're alright. I don't know much about watches, so I'm very wary of getting in there. Oh God! Excuse me. Oh, nice Duchamp wearing Sheep Shot today. A wonderful Douche 4 creation, says a nice ramp. It's better with a cigarette, says Steph's. Ramsey is wearing Sultan Pasha's Ensar Rose. Stuart is outraged that I haven't got any fucking Egoist in and is unsubscribing. Can't blame me. Don't blame me. Won't blame me. Do not blame me. I need to wear some bally masculine. Or masculine. Bally masculine. I haven't worn any of that for a while. Haven't worn tobacco oud for a while. This is why I need to stop adding perfumes and start wearing them. I hit 6,000 subs today. No way. Can't believe 6,000 folks subbed to hear me bleat. Oh, ramble, not bleat. You can smell Sultan Pasha 2 days before you see him. I like my Nomos watch. That wasn't expensive enough, says Tim. Yeah, they seem to be quite good. Congratulations, Ramsey, on reaching 6,000 subscribers. He's put a hell of a lot of work in. Thoroughly deserved. Absolutely. His last video yesterday was 2004 ranked. 16 perfumes. I can't believe it's been 20 years since 2004. That is pain and suffering. That is pain and it is suffering. Oh. Dura Rose is cooking, which I'm not surprised at. Sorry, I'm just replying to some messages. Thank you. 20 years since 2004 shook me to my core. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Rich, what's an example of an especially offensive Amber Woods fragrance? Especially offensive. Iris Malacan. Iris Malacan was especially offensive. Sultan Vetiver. Mainly because the beginnings of those fragrances were so good and so nice, and then they just descend into this fucking awful, chalky, dry, powdery, fucking awful, just feels like you're chewing on chalk. It's so rough, bitty, horrible kind of thing. They're pretty fucking offensive, but they're in everything. They're in fucking everything these days. It's awful. Eurasia, that is why. That is two of them. If you had a scent that represented your 20s, what would it be? Roadster? Roadster. Ramsey is a brilliant critic and narrator. And he has a fantastic channel. I remember you telling us about going at that store and smelling the guy in there and losing your mind over what he was wearing, curious as to what that could be. I was talking about that earlier, actually. It was just so much, and it was in such a small space as well. He choked us out. Everybody else must have noticed it as well. And it didn't smell nice. It wasn't a nice fucking smell at all. Really weird. Oh. Horrible. I do not recommend anything with Amber Woods dosed at all. Blood of Chanel. That's got a big Amber Wood note in it. Pretty offensive. I mean, don't get us wrong, there'll be fragrances I've got here, like Leather Oud's got Amber Woods in it, you know? And I really like Leather Oud, but it's just not. It's just not dosed as highly. You know, they're just giving massive dosages these days, and it's horrible. That smell Dior Homme intense. Ugh. This is my 2016. I wish I'd got another one of these. Interestingly, those brands you've mentioned, Nishani and the other one, are now appearing in high-end deep stores here in department stores here in Asia. They've succeeded in making more of a presence to the public. Yeah. Sorry. Excuse me. All of them have a lot of things in common. They usually have an Aventus clone. They usually use Amber Woods. They usually have influencer marketing. It's not fun, you know. Hello, Andre. I have to share an office with a woman who wears a metric ton of Baccarat Rouge. I hate that fragrance. It's just so ubiquitous and it's everywhere, and you don't have to put on a lot. Um, you don't have to put on a lot for it to be too much. I tested Hachivat one day at work. It almost caused a riot, says Tripler. Ramsey also hates Baccarat Rouge. It was snowy in Bucharest these past couple of days. Now the snow started fading. Yeah, it snowed here last week too. Picked up Cologne Aficionale based on your rec and disliked it at first, says Uraja. Thought I made a mistake, but it's grown on me a lot. Has a compelling ozonic quality. Try it in the spring. And the worst is that they think wearing Baccarat Rouge makes them cool, says Ramsey. There are none so blind as those who will not see. And those people who think they're clever when they're not. If you like Baccarat Rouge, then you don't deserve a Nuge. I wonder if a Nuge sells Baccarat Rouge. I'm not sure he does. Does he? I don't think so. I do not think so. Excuse me whilst I have it. Stephen Tampton was in here before, and he has sent me a vintage, original Dior Homme Sport 2008. So I will have a spray and we will see what I say. Immediately I get a grapefruit bastard. An absolute bastard of grapefruit. A bastard of which I am not a fan. Is there some kind of evil fucking grapefruit in here? I bet you there fucking is. Dior Homme Spell. Let's have a look. Dior Homme Sport. There's been about fucking 4 of them, hasn't there? There it is. Dior Homme Sport 2008. Citron, bergamot, grapefruit, rosemary, ginger, lavender, elemi resin, vetiver, cedarwood, and sandalwood. I mean, I got a big whop of the grapefruit at the top. Absolutely whopping great fucking grapefruit at the top. I'm getting the ginger. I'm getting citron, elemi, cedarwood. It's nice, but it's not great. It's not something I would go out my way to buy. It's got that grapefruit that's also in M7 Fresh. I don't know if any of you have ever tried M7 Fresh. It's not. I had to sell my M7 Fresh. It smelled. It smelled like something I didn't like. That grapefruit note reminds me very much of the mid-2000s. And I didn't like it. I don't like grapefruit. I don't like the synthetic grapefruit because they've got to use synthetic grapefruit. Because that shit will fucking burn your arm off. Harold probably wearing clones anyway. Says, yeah, everybody's wearing fucking clones these days. How many Amber Woods shit the bed? Well, Amber Heard shit the bed. So why not Amber Wood? Welcome, Eugene. How are you doing? I think Gucci Guilty Cologne has an Amber Wood thing in it. As long as it's not Gucci Guilty Absolute. That would be upsetting. Ludicrous to me. My wife loves Hachivat. She puts a drop on in the house and I smell it from outside behind the shed, says Gerard. Yeah. Gerard Amber and Max or something nuclear to push it may be radioactive. Andre says, Jeremy Fragrance announced that he is coming to Bucharest to promote an Arabic perfume brand called My Geisha. This will be fun. Ugh. I'm still waiting for the answer from Poland about Natalia. Natalia has not replied to me either. I thought that 2008 Dior Homme Sport had iris in it. Doesn't smell like it. I mean, it might pop out later, but at the minute it's got this kind of grapefruit juice sort of thing going. It's actually making us feel a bit queasy, if I'm honest. To be fair, Baccarat Rouge 540 is genius. MFK made a fragrance with next to no naturals in it. Cost next to nothing to make and sell for 200 plus. Gotta hand it to him. Yeah. I thought that 2008 Dior Homme Sport had iris in it. It doesn't, not apparently, and I can't smell it. Dior Homme Cologne's got iris in it. It's fucking glorious, that one. But this Dior Homme Sport doesn't smell like it has, if I'm being honest. Where is it? Dior Homme Sport. Citron, ginger flower, iris, green notes, and cedar. I'm getting this citrus, like, amalgamation at the top. It's a little stale. I get a staleness from grapefruit. I don't know why. It must just be me. But it's not. It's not something I would go out of your way to buy. I certainly wouldn't spend lots of money on. I know Stephen got it at a really good price. What do we have here? A lot of chat. Friends, if you would like to like the stream, I would like that. Welcome, I Smell. How are you? Liking the stream is not something I would look down upon. I wouldn't hate you for it. Well, Bellamy as my Bellam as my scent of the day yesterday, Eugene. Love the way it smelled on me in this colder weather. I thought that Dior. Oh, sorry, I've read that 3 times. Western Oud. It's in the 2012 version that had iris in it. I have 4 bottles, says Steph. Stuart, maybe they counted on a human stupidity. Afternoon, I smell. Have you tried Profumum Roma's Ambra Aurea? Yes, saw Ramsey's video on it and ordered a sample right away. Lots of labdanum I found, very resiny. Supply and demand says 2024 I will get into Profumum Roma. How you doing? Making sense. Juicy Maximus, really enjoying it. It's a mashup of Aventus and Dolce & Gabbana pineapple. I wonder how mate he is. D&G pineapple, well, I would love to try that. Boss just working remote from home today, says I smell. Gonna listen while working. I've noticed that you can buy direct from Profumum Roma if you're in Europe, way cheaper than in the UK, looking at the 15ml bottles. Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. Brexit has completely fucked with, and I think one day it will be undone. I think one day we will be back in Europe. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I wore Vanille Havan today, 7 sprays. I was talking to Ramsey and Jonathan while I was applying. I might wear Queer Canage tomorrow. Have I not worn Queer Canage already this week? I don't know. I need to look into selling some more stuff. I'm gonna do a year in review at some point and discuss about a lot of the fragrances that I've sold. Hey Mitch, in your opinion, what is the best amber fragrance under $150? There aren't many ambers under $150 now, mate. I don't know how much you can get amber fetiche for from Anna Goutal. I don't know how much Ambra Prachot is from Metro Parfumi Elegante. I don't know how much Ambra Sultan is these days. Although I think you can get it at discounters. L'Artisan Parfumier, I've got a couple. You can get Ambra Rousse for under 150, says Ramsey, if you look at discounters, so hopefully some of them will help you. I've got so many ambers. I wouldn't mind if Pleasant Amidala did an amber. Like an amber, you know? Rich, you need to get a list together of everything you want to sell and publish it on your channel. The thing is, I'm at the place. I'm at the place in my collection now where I don't particularly want to sell anything. It's just that I should. Do you know what I mean? There aren't many fragrances I actually really want to get rid of. I've got loads of stuff that I would. I've got some House of Matriarch stuff. I've got a Cartier Oud and Month, which I want to get rid of. Tom Ford's Fougere Platine. Valentino Uomo, the original Puig version, got a 150ml bottle. I've got, fuck me, I've got a lot of messages. Everybody has just messaged me all at once there, fuck's sake. I've been looking at Isabelle L'Ombre de Cottage Isabelle. The no breakdown sounds amazing. Isabelle Cottage. I'd have to look that up, mate. To me, the best amber on 150 is Amber Sultan. I found the 100ml at this point is discounters and is a top 3 amber ever. Ramsey, gonna take a look at Amber Rus. Thanks. Amber Rus is really good, but it's like boozy. It's got that grape thing going on at the top. Very strange. Like a Christmas wine kind of thing. No, not a Christmas wine. I don't know if you have Schlur over there, you know, but we have Schlur here. And it's kind of strange. I've got a vintage pure malt that I would probably sell because it's so fucking potent. It's so potent. It's terrifyingly strong. I'd probably sell pure Van as well. I've got Noir Peace that I want to sell. I've got a vintage Noir Peace from before the Estee Lauder takeover. A vintage Eau de Zar by Van Cleef and Armpits. For House of Matriarch that Peter sold us that I just don't really care for. I've got Rocky Mountain Hewood, which is actually really nice, and I've got in Hewood Intense. Do you have B Men, says Stephs? Yes, I do. I would sell that as well, actually. Unfortunately, I've got it in the metal bottle. I don't. It's one of the ones I like the least. I smell a friend has Lombra de Cottage, and it's interesting. Not my style of amber. It's worth trying, though. I do have B Men. Those vintage Amens. Try to collect them all. Well, I didn't try to collect them all. There was a couple of them I just wasn't fucking interested in. So this Dior Sport 2008, not for me. Not for me. It's got that early 2000s cheap grapefruit smell that I really dislike. Cheap citrus rind kind of thing. I really, really dislike this. Blech. It reminds me massively of the grapefruit in M7, which was fucking grim. Stuart, is there anything that you would like to buy off us? Since you're asking for a list, are you hinting at something? There's plenty of stuff that I wouldn't sell, though. Most of it I wouldn't like to sell, if I'm being honest. I was looking at my fucking backup bottles the other day and I was thinking, what? What on earth am I doing? You know what I mean? Friends, I'm going to have to dehydrate for the first time. All stream. Sometimes I need to dehydrate like 4 times a stream. Sometimes I can go through a stream and not have to dehydrate at all. Today, this is the first time so far. I will be back. Fear not. Ah, fucking door. You know when you go to open a door and it sticks and then you don't stop moving? So you just fucking walk into the fucking thing. Ow. That hurt like fuck. Bastard knee. I have Beeman as well. I bought it and wore it once and it's collecting dust. I get the feeling most of the stuff I want you wouldn't sell. You're probably right. You are probably right. I need to open up a new Pavarotti in the spring. And I am looking forward to that, my friends. I'm looking forward to that. That will be fun. Don't you think? I think. These include vintage Shergee, vintage Noir, Derby, Balenciaga, also feeling that Gale. That's just off the top of my head. I think there's only one that I would probably part with there, and it's probably the fucking Arso, and I don't think I would part with Arso, to be honest with you. I was thinking more about like the L'Occitans and a couple of the Frederic Mars, maybe Monsieur Noir piece. I haven't even listed that Noir piece. I just sit there and fucking it just sits in me fucking cupboard and does fuck all. It's very different to the modern one. It's so clovey. I've come to realise I don't like clove when it's the star of the show. I don't like clove at all when it's the star of the show. I'm all right with it. I'm at peace with it when it's when it is I'm all right with it when it's part of the greater whole, you know. See, told you, yeah. A few of them fucking amens that I would part with. I'm looking at stuff. I've got 100 ml bottle of Kazemi, but I really like that actually. There's a couple of Serge Lutons I would part with, but nothing. None of the big ones like Baptême de Feu. Feu. I'd part with that because it's just so strange. Metal, hot metal, gingerbread, castoreum. Rich has about 50% of the world's supply of Balenciaga pour-on. Yeah, I wouldn't be parting with that shit. Fuck that. Do you have leather or wood? Yes, I've got both. I've got leather, wood. I've got taste of fragrance, which is great. I might wear that tomorrow. But Balenciaga's sitting on top of it. I'd like to get to the point where I haven't got fragrances sitting on top of each other. I've got leather, wood, coffee, taste of fragrance, Tonka, B-Men, A-Men, Malt and Havana. They're the ones I've got. Asking Rich to part with Balenciaga pour-on is like asking him to part with hydration. Yes. Can't live without both. Like, if I was to sell every perfume, like, Balenciaga would be, like, the last one to go. And of Pavarotti. I've got a lot of Pavarottis. I have thought about selling a couple of the backup bottles that I've got, I must admit. So what's your favourite one? My favourite Amen. My favourite Amen is probably... my favourite Amen is probably, if not the original, and then taste of fragrance. And then taste of fucking fragrance on eBay is absolutely disgustingly priced. Fucking hell. Taste. Parfum de goutte. Taste of fragrance. Mugler. Let's have a look. Brace yourselves. Oh! Pure chili. £110. That's actually not that bad. That is not that bad. But it's an open bottle. Copper Chunk is the seller. Copper Chunk. A big chunk of copper, are you? About 45 ml. Oh, there we go. It's only got 45 ml left in it. That's why it's fucking 110 quid. So there you go. That should give you the kind of scope. So here we have, right, here's another one, right, £186. It's unboxed, right, but how much has it got left in? Approximately 90ml left in. Super strong, limited edition, which is hard to find these days. First run, vintage production. It was the only fucking run. Of course it's the first one. You fucking bandit. You fucking thieving shite, you. Then there's 185 one, right? And I do believe, if I am not mistaken, this is sealed. This is probably the best fucking, the best value one there. But it's not good value. New and sealed Thierry Mugler Amen 100ml Taste of Fragrance range. Pure Chili. Le Goutte de Parfum. EDT, long-lasting fragrance. Limited edition, only one batch sold. In 2011, stored correctly in a cool, dark place. Part of husband's collection he is selling. This is an unopened bottle. UK buyers only. Please be posted. Please to be posted within the UK mainland. No perfume for you. Whoa! Whoa! Here's one for you. Kush Nubian. Kush Nubian, how much do you want for yours? Have a guess. Screw your guesses. £289. You bitch you. That is absolutely fucking outrageous. You dirty bastard. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I feel that you are not. And then, some motherfucker from deepest Moldova has a fucking bottle here that's not even fucking sealed in a box, and they want $400, which is £318. That is outrageous. That, oh God almighty, and they've just been blown clean out of the water by this fucker. Someone's selling a tester of the fucking thing, right? They want $549 for it. That's £436. You ought to be ashamed. How do you sleep at night, you fucking thieving shites? That is outrageous. Rich could probably part with one of his 38 back of bottles of Balenciaga, but just because you could doesn't mean that you should, you know? Like going on murderous rampages. I could do that as well. But should I? Depends who against. We won't go down that. That's a moral fucking that's a moral fucking pothole. What's your favourite ingredient in Pavarotti? Mine is O Sole Mio. Pass. Probably the patchouli. Thieving shite, haha. Yes, thieving shites. I like ambers in general, but L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme is really nice. It's a good one because I can feel Jean-Claude Elena's style in it. I like the way he did the spices. I would elaborate, but no more space, says Andre. I don't know now. I need to get a decant and analyse it more. I love a Scar to pour on as much as Duck loves Balenciaga pour on. Too bad I don't have 38 backups, says Steph's. Fuck paying that. Yes, fuck paying that. I need to mention the way that they I mentioned that I love the way John Claude Lena does fragrances. So does Eugene. Interesting with L'Artisan 2 doing samples for the price of shipping. I'll have to pick it up, says the stream was short on outrage, most definitely. Well, we've had a fat dose of that after seeing some of them prices. Good grief. But some people are just fucking chances, man. Some people think, oh, well, you know, one day the market will come up to my fucking asking price. No, it fucking won't. You're a fucking thieving bastard. Those are not priced to sell. You know? Those are not priced to sell, my friends. To sell, they are not priced to. Fucking bonkers. Fucking bonkers. I can tell you. My God. How many backups do you have, Richard? Whoa, it's got to be kicking on for about 100, if not more. Probably more than 100. How many backups of what? In general, over 100. I've no doubt you've answered this before, Mitch, but can I ask one of your favourite notes or accords are? Some of my favourite notes: patchouli, leather, amber, myrrh. I'm massively into myrrh at the minute. Mandarin is one of my favourites. Mandarin orange is probably my favourite citrus, you know. I like tobacco most of the time. No, of Balenciaga, I've got at least 17, 18, 15, 16, 17. Mate, there's a fucking bottle, Stuart. Mate, there's a bottle on eBay for a really decent price, right? The guy, right? Oh, fuck me. Where is it? I was watching it the other day, man. Watch list. There was a guy, he had a bottle on eBay, right? And he was selling it for 250 quid for 100 ml. That's not a bad price. And then he put out an offer saying he wanted 220, which if it hasn't gone, I'd be utterly shocked, because it's worth every fucking penny. It's worth every penny of 220 quid, especially when you see, yeah, there it is. All right, there's a guy, Stuart, I can send you this by fucking email, actually. Copy link. It's worth, you'll spend 220 quid on far worse fragrances, I'm telling you. You'll spend a lot more than that on far worse perfumes. Stuart Mabe, where is your email, mate? Where is your email? There you are. Right, hold on a second. I'm going to... It's Christmas time. Alright. I heard that today and I was like, oh, God. I'm going to email you the link to it, mate, so check your spam folder. At yahoo.com. Man, if you're looking for a bottle of Balenciaga Pour Homme, you'd do a fuck's sake worse than that. Have you ever smelled it before? I've even thought about buying that, you know. Just to fucking, just fucking force a habit, I think. But that's a very good price, that. As long as it's not fucked, as long as it's in decent condition. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Like all those notes, Duck just named. You forgot oak moss, though I did forget oak moss, you're right. And mint, yes, mint as well. The frog has merely a wisp of mint. The duck will quack with gusto. What an outrageous sentence that is. Dear me. Merely a wisp of mint. It's just a distinctly minty hint. Oh Christ, I've been unable to send that. Have I sent that to the wrong person? I've sent it to an email address that isn't yours. I've just sat and read the fucker, man. Oh, it's .co.uk, you bastard, not .com. Oh, fucking slings and arrows. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Try not to dox our friend here with his email address. It's Christmas time. I've got a fucking banging headache. Why has that happened? Drafts. Right. Stuart, you should be getting that anon, my friend. That should be fucking there. Like, post haste. Well, as quickly as email can go. I would enjoy every second of a top 10 oak moss live stream. Could do that. I enjoy some mint as well, says I Smell. Yeah, mint's mint. I love mint. Absolutely, oak moss stream is something I'm very excited for, says I. Love mint and fragrances. I like mint. Mint and oak moss in the same fragrance. If I was going to get a fragrance made, I would just tell someone. I'd get on to Antoine, and I'd be like, Antoine, here's a list of notes. Just fucking make it work. You're the perfumer. Do it. Make it work, and I'll see you in 3 months. Ram oak moss list keeps me satisfied for now, but I'll be looking out for you and Eugene's list. I need to do a top 10 ambers. I've been fucking battering them. I've been battering the ambers recently. Do you get mint from First Derby? I do. I get fucking the Derby I've got has got a fucking fat mint note at the top. It's great. Do you know, friends, I think I'm gonna have to scrub this fucking Dior Sport off. It's grim as fuck. It's grimoire. Oh, I feel a bit sick. Anywho, not to worry. Okay, friends, time for me to go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for keeping us company. Thank you to Paul, who donated very kindly. I appreciate it. I've never smelled amber Kiso that I'm aware of. But anyway, I'm off. Thanks very much, everybody. I will see you all again soon. Bye.